Hi, good evening. How are you? Today is February 11th, the day of the improved comfort. Happy birthday to you, Aquarius. We are in Aquarius season, fixed air, and many born on February 11th make a contribution towards improving the quality of life around them. Such improvements may be of a conceptual, inventive nature or of a distinctly hedonistic variety. In either case, the physical well-being of those close to them is likely to not only be looked at after but improved. The key concept for February 11 people is improvement, for they believe that things are never really as comfortable or efficient as they could be. Although comforts and luxuries may result from their efforts, most February 11 people themselves are not hedonist. It is only the less highly evolved individuals born on this day who give themselves over to an unremitting pursuit of pleasure. This can actually work out quite well for a time, but inevitably spells disappointments, jealousies, possessiveness, and pain. For more highly evolved February 11 people, improving the lot of others is a creative task which they pursue with great ardor and dedication. In contributing to the quality of life, living standards, diet, entertainment of others, February 11 people may not only wish to make life easier and more pleasant, but also more meaningful. Improvements of a practical nature may only be a means to allow more time for energy, for intellectual, creative, or spiritual concerns. Indeed, those born on this day are remarkable in that they are able to enjoy the pleasures of life without becoming mirrored in them or losing sight of what is most important. Freedom is the central theme of the lives of February 11 people, particularly in regard to overcoming limitations. Transcending the limitations of their body, whether overcoming congenital or acquired handicaps, is just shoring up their deficiencies, can be both challenging and rewarding for them. In fact, February 11 people hate to see themselves or others held back by any sort of disadvantage, whether physical, mental, or financial. Unfortunately, in the desire to improve the lot of friends, family, and acquaintances, they may demonstrate a better way of doing things with all the best intentions but wind up being resented for it. Those born on February 11th can overlook the fact that most people prefer to be left alone, to do things their own way, even if they make mistakes or do poorly. Certainly, it can be difficult to watch foolish or stubborn people go on making the same errors or failing to take advantage of opportunities for improvement. But that is precisely what those born in this day will sometimes have to do. February 11 people who rise high in society can be regarded as mavericks and antagonize more reactionary spirits who are threatened by change and progress. Thus, in order to remain successful, they will need to cultivate a large measure of tact and diplomacy and become more sensitive to those situations which are best left untouched. Those born on the 11th of the month are ruled by the number 2. 1 plus 1 equals 2, and by the moon. Those ruled by the number 2 often make good co-workers and partners rather than leaders, and this underlines the social orientation of February 11 people. The number 11 also lends a feeling for the physical plane, as well as a possible interest in twins, coincidences, symmetry, or other doubles. A Moon-Uranus connection, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, makes for unusual and eccentric characteristics, and a tendency to be highly idealistic. Tarot. The 11th card of the major arcana is Justice, a serene-seated woman holding the scales in one hand and a sword in the other. She reminds us of the order of the universe and that balance and harmony will be maintained in our lives as long as we continue on our path. The positive aspects of this card are integrity, fairness, honesty, and discipline. The negative aspects are low initiative, impersonality, fear of innovation, and grievances. Health. Those born on February 11th may encounter more emotional difficulties than average. Usually they want to have things their own way and can be quite childish in satisfying their needs, sometimes at the expense of others. In order to help them understand why they so often find themselves in emotional hot water, a course of therapy or psychological counseling could help. Overeating and sensual or sexual overindulgence can be a problem for some February 11 people, but generally not to the more mental types born on this day. February 11 diets should be directed to some extent, but not subject to too many imposed health regimens. As far as physical exercise is concerned, many less athletic February 11 people are relatively unconcerned, but should nevertheless make an effort to integrate some moderate, non-stressful form of outdoor activity in their daily routine. February 11th, the day of the improved comfort. Your advice: try to pay more mind to what people really want, not just what they appear is to what they need. Allow others more privacy. Observe your ideals and principles, but don't impose. them on family or friends. Your meditation. The pursuit of pleasure ultimately involves the suffering of pain. Your strengths. Helpful, inventive, and appreciative. Your weaknesses. Excessive, over-involved, and insensitive. February 11th, the day of the improved comfort. I hope you have had a wonderful day, and I hope you have a restful evening. Happy birthday to you, Aquarius. All right, take care. Bye. See ya.